Welcome to Bright Star. Today we're setting our course for the stars as we celebrate the unforgettable actors who made Star Trek legendary. Who could forget Nichelle Nichols as Nyota Uhura, breaking barriers and inspiring generations? Or Jeri Ryan as Seven of Nine, whose journey from Borg drone to finding her humanity moved us all. These performances weren't just roles, they were milestones in television history that filled us with wonder, hope, and adventure. Relive the magic and discover the stories behind the stars who brought the final frontier to life. Don't miss out. Subscribe for more nostalgia and inspiration. Marina Sirtis played Deanna Troi. Marina Sirtis portrayed Deanna Troi, the empathic ship counselor aboard the USS Enterprise, in Star Trek The Next Generation, 1987-1994, and subsequent Star Trek films. As a half-human, half-betazoid, Troi brought emotional insight to the crew, often bridging gaps between logic and feeling. Sirtis infused the character with warmth, intelligence, and compassion, making Troi a vital part of the Enterprise team. Her ability to convey empathy and strength in the face of danger added depth to her role, endearing her to fans. Birth date: March 29, 1955. Current age: Marina Sirtis is currently 69 years old and continues to be an active participant in the Star Trek universe through conventions, interviews, and appearances, including her reprisal of Troi in Star Trek Picard, 2020-2023. Sirtis's portrayal of Deanna Troi earned her a loyal fanbase and solidified her place in the Star Trek legacy. Beyond Star Trek, she has appeared in various films, television series, and voice acting roles, showcasing her range as an actress. Born in London, England to Greek parents, Sirtis trained at the Guildhall School of Music and Drama before starting her acting career in British theatre and television. She moved to the US in the 1980s, where she found success in Hollywood. Marina Sirtis was married to musician Michael Lamper until his passing in 2019. She is an outspoken advocate for social issues and often uses her platform to engage with fans and promote inclusivity. Nominated for a Saturn Award for her work in Star Trek: The Next Generation. Honored at numerous science fiction conventions for her contributions to the genre. Deanna Troi's accent was Sirtis's own creation, as she was instructed to sound more exotic during her audition. Initially, her character wore elaborate costumes, but as Troi's role evolved, so did her wardrobe, reflecting her professionalism. Sirtis often advocates for mental health awareness, drawing on her role as a counselor in Star Trek. Outside of acting, she is known for her sense of humor and candid interviews about her experiences on Star Trek.
Sonequa Martin Green played Michael Burnham. Sonequa Martin Green's portrayal of Michael Burnham in Star Trek Discovery introduced a dynamic and groundbreaking character. As the first black woman to lead a Star Trek series, Martin Green brought intellect, emotional depth, and vulnerability to Burnham, a human raised by Vulcans. Her journey from a conflicted officer to the captain of the USS Discovery highlighted her evolution, with Martin Green's performance capturing Burnham's internal struggles and growth. Her chemistry with co-stars, especially Doug Jones and Michelle Yeoh, added emotional depth to her character's development. Birth date: March 21st, 1985. Current age: Sonequa Martin Green is currently 39 years old and continues to be a prominent figure in television, with roles extending beyond Star Trek and into various other genres. Martin Green's casting as Michael Burnham was a milestone for diversity in the Star Trek franchise. Her performance not only led the first Star Trek series to feature a black woman in the lead role, but also helped shape the show's unique blend of action, drama, and emotional storytelling. Star Trek Discovery became a flagship series for CBS All Access, now Paramount+, and Martin Green's portrayal of Burnham played a significant role in its success. Sonequa Martin Green began her acting career in theatre before transitioning to television. She gained early recognition for her role as Sasha on The Walking Dead, where her portrayal of a strong, determined survivor made her a fan favourite. In 2017, she was cast as Michael Burnham, which became her breakout role, solidifying her status as a leading actor in science fiction television. Born in Russellville, Alabama, Sonequa Martin Green studied theatre at the University of Alabama. She has often spoken about the importance of her Southern roots and how they shaped her work ethic and resilience. Martin Green is passionate about representation in media and uses her platform to advocate for more inclusive storytelling in Hollywood. Sonequa Martin Green is married to actor Kenrick Green, and together they have 2 children. The couple has worked together on several projects, and Martin Green has frequently spoken about balancing her career with family life, emphasizing the importance of family support in her success. Martin Green was initially hesitant to take on the lead role in Star Trek Discovery because she was still starring on The Walking Dead, but after careful consideration, she embraced the challenge and became one of the franchise's most celebrated leads. Michael Burnham's character name was originally conceived as male before Sonequa Martin Green was cast, reflecting the groundbreaking nature of her role. Martin Green has spoken about the influence of Nichelle Nichols' portrayal of Nyota Uhura on her career, expressing pride in continuing Nichols' legacy of strong black women in the Star Trek universe.
Diana Muldaur played Dr. Kathryn Pulaski. Diana Muldaur portrayed Dr. Kathryn Pulaski, the chief medical officer in the 2nd season of Star Trek The Next Generation, 1988-1989. Pulaski was a no-nonsense, pragmatic doctor with a strong sense of duty and a sharp intellect. Muldaur brought a unique blend of warmth and authority to the role, creating a character who, while initially skeptical of the crew's dynamics, especially Data's humanity, ultimately proved to be a caring and capable physician. Her performance added depth to the series and highlighted Pulaski's professional competence and personal growth over the season. Birth date: August 19, 1938. Current age: Diana Muldaur is currently 86 years old. While retired from acting, her work remains celebrated, particularly among Star Trek fans. Muldaur's career spanned television, film, and theater. She gained critical acclaim for her roles in LA Law, earning 2 Primetime Emmy nominations. Additionally, her multiple appearances in Star Trek The Original Series as Dr. Anne Mulhall and Miranda Jones, before her role in The Next Generation, established her as a franchise veteran. Born and raised in New York City, Diana Muldaur graduated from Sweetbriar College with a degree in English. She studied acting under the renowned Sanford Meisner before launching her career on Broadway and later transitioning to television and film. Diana Muldaur has been married twice, her second husband being writer and producer Robert Dozier. Following his death in 2012, she has focused on private pursuits and animal welfare advocacy, reflecting her lifelong passion for animals. Muldaur earned 2 Primetime Emmy nominations for her role in LA Law and was praised for her versatility across various genres. Her contributions to Star Trek cement her legacy as an influential figure in science fiction television. Diana Muldaur is one of the few actors to appear in multiple roles across Star Trek series, showcasing her versatility within the franchise. Her portrayal of Dr. Pulaski drew comparisons to Dr. Leonard Bones McCoy from Star Trek The Original Series, due to her direct manner and skepticism of advanced technology. Muldaur was the first female president of the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, a testament to her influence in the industry. While her tenure on Star Trek The Next Generation was brief, Dr. Pulaski remains a distinctive and memorable addition to the crew of the USS Enterprise.
Kate Mulgrew played Captain Kathryn Janeway. Kate Mulgrew's portrayal of Captain Kathryn Janeway in Star Trek Voyager was groundbreaking as the first female lead captain in the franchise. Mulgrew brought intelligence, determination, and compassion to the role, balancing Janeway's scientific curiosity with a strong sense of duty. Her portrayal symbolized leadership and perseverance as Janeway guided her crew through the challenges of being stranded 70,000 light-years from home. Mulgrew's commanding presence and chemistry with the crew, especially Robert Beltran and Jeri Ryan, made Janeway one of Star Trek's most memorable captains. Birth date: April 29th, 1955. Current age: Kate Mulgrew is currently 69 years old and remains an influential figure in television and theatre, continuing to work on various projects while engaging with the Star Trek community. Outside of Star Trek, Mulgrew is known for her critically acclaimed role as Galina Red Reznikov in Orange is the New Black, where she portrayed a hardened Russian inmate. She has also authored a memoir, Born with Teeth, which gives insight into her personal and professional life, including her experiences playing Janeway. Mulgrew's acting career began in theatre and daytime soap operas, notably Ryan's Hope, where she gained early recognition. Her breakthrough came in 1995 when she was cast as Captain Janeway, a role that redefined her career. Initially, Mulgrew was not the first choice for Janeway, but her commanding performance quickly made the role her own, leading Voyager for 7 successful seasons. Kate Mulgrew was born in Dubuque, Iowa, and raised in a large Irish Catholic family. She studied acting at NYU's Tisch School of the Arts, but left early to pursue her acting career. Mulgrew has been candid about the personal challenges she faced, including giving up her first child for adoption and later reconnecting with her. Her life experiences have deeply informed her acting and advocacy work. Mulgrew has been married twice and has 3 children. She has spoken openly about the challenges of balancing her career and family life, particularly during her time on Star Trek Voyager, where the demanding filming schedule often kept her away from her family. Throughout her career, Mulgrew has received critical acclaim for her roles on both stage and screen. She was nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award for her work on Orange is the New Black and won a Saturn Award for Best TV Actress for her role as Janeway. Mulgrew has also received several honours from the science fiction community for her contributions to Star Trek. Her memoir was well received, earning praise for its honesty and insight. Kate Mulgrew initially auditioned for the role of Captain Janeway under her married name, Katie Mulgrew, to avoid any preconceived judgments. She has a deep passion for Shakespearean theatre and often returns to the stage between TV projects. Mulgrew's portrayal of Captain Janeway helped pave the way for future strong female leads in science fiction and television in general. In real life, Mulgrew is known for her sharp wit and strong opinions, much like her Star Trek character. Zoe Saldana played Nyota Uhura. Zoe Saldana's portrayal of Nyota Uhura in the Star Trek reboot brought modern energy to the iconic role. Saldana's Uhura is strong-willed, intelligent, and plays an active role in missions, showcasing her expertise in xenolinguistics. Her chemistry with Chris Pine's Kirk and Zachary Quinto's Spock, especially through a romantic relationship with Spock, added emotional depth. Saldana redefined Uhura for a new generation while honouring the original character's legacy. Birth date, June 19, 1978. Current age. Zoe Saldana is currently 46 years old and continues to be a major figure in Hollywood, taking on prominent roles in blockbuster franchises such as Avatar and Guardians of the Galaxy, alongside her work in Star Trek. Saldana's portrayal of Uhura in the Star Trek films, Star Trek 2009, Star Trek Into Darkness 2013, and Star Trek Beyond 2016, has been widely praised for breathing new life into the character while also showcasing Uhura's bravery, competence, and resilience in a male-dominated field. Beyond Star Trek, Saldana is recognised for her work in some of the highest-grossing films of all time, cementing her status as one of Hollywood's top action heroines. Zoe Saldana began her acting career in the late 1990s, with early roles in films like Centre Stage 2000 and Crossroads 2002. Her breakthrough came in 2009 when she took on leading roles in Star Trek and Avatar, both of which became global successes. Her portrayal of Uhura reintroduced the character to mainstream audiences, and Saldana's performance was a key factor in the success of the Star Trek reboot. Born in Passaic, New Jersey, to Dominican and Puerto Rican parents, Saldana grew up in Queens, New York, and spent part of her childhood in the Dominican Republic. Her diverse background and passion for dance and theatre led her to pursue a career in acting. Saldana has spoken about the importance of diversity in Hollywood and has actively used her platform to advocate for representation. Zoe Saldana is married to Italian artist Marco Perego, and together they have 3 children. She has been open about her experiences balancing motherhood with her demanding acting career. Zoe Saldana has received critical praise for her performances in various franchises and has become one of the most bankable actresses in the industry. Her films, including the Star Trek reboots, Avatar, and Guardians of the Galaxy, have grossed billions worldwide. Zoe Saldana is one of the few actors to star in 3 of the highest-grossing film franchises: Avatar, Star Trek, and Guardians of the Galaxy. She trained as a dancer before becoming an actress, and her background in ballet has helped her with the physically demanding roles in action films. Saldana is fluent in both English and Spanish, a skill that has benefited her in her role as Uhura, a communications officer and expert in languages. Gates McFadden played Dr. Beverly Crusher. Gates McFadden's portrayal of Dr. Beverly Crusher in Star Trek, The Next Generation brought warmth, intelligence, and professionalism to her role as the ship's chief medical officer. McFadden balanced medical expertise with compassionate care, navigating complex ethical dilemmas and personal relationships. Her close bond with her son Wesley and strong rapport with Captain Picard added emotional depth, making Dr. Crusher one of the most beloved medical officers in Star Trek. Birth date: March 2nd, 1949, current age. Gates McFadden is currently 75 years old and remains active in the entertainment industry with ongoing engagements in acting, directing, and voice work. She continues to be a respected figure in both the Star Trek community and beyond. Gates McFadden was briefly absent from Star Trek The Next Generation during its second season due to behind-the-scenes creative differences, but returned in the third season, much to the delight of fans. She also pursued work in choreography, most notably for Jim Henson Productions, further showcasing her talents behind the scenes. McFadden remains an active voice in the Star Trek fandom and regularly attends conventions where she connects with longtime fans. McFadden began her career in theatre and worked extensively as a choreographer before transitioning into television and film. Her background in dance and movement brought a unique dimension to her acting, allowing her to express subtle physicality in her roles. Her big break came when she was cast as Dr. Beverly Crusher in Star Trek The Next Generation, a role that quickly gained her international recognition. McFadden was born in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, and pursued a career in the performing arts from a young age. She studied theatre and later dance, working in both fields before making a name for herself in television. Known for her dedication to her craft, McFadden has balanced her acting career with her passion for teaching and directing. McFadden has one son, born during her time on Star Trek The Next Generation. She has kept much of her personal life private, but has spoken about the importance of family and how her own experiences as a mother informed her portrayal of Beverly Crusher's relationship with her son, Wesley, on the show. McFadden's brief departure from Star Trek The Next Generation in Season 2 was the result of creative differences with the production team, but she returned in Season 3 after fan demand and an improved working relationship. Her departure and return became a well-known part of the show's history, but did not affect her standing with fans or her co-stars. Gates McFadden initially auditioned for the role of Counselor Deanna Troi, but was instead cast as Dr. Beverly Crusher. McFadden's choreography work includes the iconic dance sequences in Labyrinth, where she collaborated with Jim Henson. She continues to be involved in theatre, often directing plays and teaching at acting workshops. Her character's son, Wesley Crusher, was played by Will Wheaton, and McFadden has maintained a close relationship with Wheaton off-screen, reflecting the on-screen bond between their characters. Michelle Yeoh played Philippa Georgiou. Michelle Yeoh's portrayal of Philippa Georgiou in Star Trek Discovery showcased her versatility, playing both the noble Captain Georgiou and the ruthless Emperor Georgiou. Yeoh's captain was wise and compassionate, while her emperor was cold and calculating. Her ability to switch between these contrasting personas made Georgiou a fan favourite, adding depth to the series. Yeoh's chemistry with Sonequa Martin Green's Michael Burnham was central to the show's emotional core, particularly in their complex relationship. Birth date: August 6, 1962. Current age: Michelle Yeoh is currently 62 years old and continues to be a leading figure in international cinema, praised for her roles in both Hollywood and Asian films. She remains a celebrated actress known for her versatility across genres. Michelle Yeoh's casting in Star Trek Discovery was a significant moment for representation in the franchise, as she became one of the most prominent Asian actors to play a major role in Star Trek. Yeoh's performance, particularly as Emperor Georgiou, led to discussions of a potential Star Trek spin-off centered around the character's adventures in the Section 31 Intelligence Division, further expanding her presence in the Star Trek universe. Michelle Yeoh began her career as a beauty queen before transitioning into acting, quickly becoming a star in Hong Kong action cinema during the 1990s. Known for doing her own stunts, Yeoh rose to fame with roles in martial arts films and action blockbusters. Her breakout role in Hollywood came in Tomorrow Never Dies, 1997, where she played the capable and fierce Bond girl, Wai Lin. Yeoh's role in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon further established her as an international star, and she continued to balance roles in both Western and Asian films. Born in Ipoh, Malaysia, Michelle Yeoh was raised in a Chinese-Malaysian family and initially pursued ballet, before shifting her focus to acting. Her training in dance influenced her physical grace and precision in action sequences. Yeoh is known for her strong work ethic, often performing her own stunts, which helped her gain recognition in the action genre. Michelle Yeoh has been in a long-term relationship with Jean Todt, the former CEO of Ferrari, and they have been engaged for many years. She has maintained a private life, keeping much of her personal life out of the public eye, but has openly expressed her support for humanitarian causes, particularly in promoting gender equality and women's empowerment. Michelle Yeoh has earned numerous awards throughout her career, including nominations for BAFTA and SAG Awards. She has been recognized for her trailblazing role in action cinema, as well as for her performances in critically acclaimed films like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. Her work in Star Trek Discovery further cemented her status as a global star. In 2023, Yeoh became the first Asian actress to win the Academy Award for Best Actress for her role in Everything Everywhere All at Once, a milestone in her illustrious career. Michelle Yeoh is one of the few actresses to perform many of her own stunts in action films, contributing to her reputation as one of the most formidable action stars in cinema. She was named a UNDP Goodwill Ambassador in 2016, advocating for sustainable development and poverty eradication. Yeoh holds a high place of honour in Malaysia and has received several prestigious awards, including the title of Tan Sri in recognition of her contributions to the arts. Yeoh's portrayal of Philippa Georgiou in Star Trek helped set the stage for a planned spin-off series focused on her character's involvement with Section 31, a shadowy intelligence agency in the Star Trek universe. Marina Sirtis played Deanna Troi. Marina Sirtis' portrayal of Deanna Troi in Star Trek: The Next Generation brought empathy and emotional intelligence to the show. As the ship's counselor, Troi provided emotional support and insight into the crew's mental states, balancing vulnerability and strength. Sirtis' performance emphasized themes of mental health and emotional connection, making Troi a beloved and essential character. Her chemistry with Jonathan Frakes as Commander Riker added romantic depth to the series. Birth date: March 29, 1955. Current age: Marina Sirtis is currently 69 years old and continues to be active in the entertainment industry, taking on roles in television, film, and voice acting. She remains a cherished figure in the Star Trek community. Beyond Star Trek, Sirtis has voiced characters in animated series and appeared in various television dramas. She has also made guest appearances on fan-favourite shows, such as The Orville, where she paid homage to her Star Trek roots. Sirtis is known for her close connection to Star Trek fans and frequently attends conventions to engage with the fandom. Marina Sirtis began her acting career in British theatre and television before moving to the United States. Her breakout role came in 1987 when she was cast as Counselor Deanna Troi in Star Trek: The Next Generation. Initially written as a more reserved character, Sirtis' performance added depth and complexity, allowing Troi to evolve into a more central figure over the course of the series. Sirtis was born to Greek parents in London, England, and initially pursued acting against her family's wishes. Her determination paid off as she found success in the science fiction genre, particularly with Star Trek. She has spoken openly about her journey in Hollywood and the challenges she faced as a woman in the industry. Family life information. Marina Sirtis was married to musician Michael Lamper until his passing in 2019. She has often shared stories of their life together, reflecting on the balance between her professional and personal life. She has no children, but remains close to her extended family and her Star Trek castmates, whom she considers family. Marina Sirtis was initially considered for the role of Tasha Yar, while Denise Crosby auditioned for Troi. The roles were ultimately swapped before production began. Sirtis was hesitant about the more revealing costumes her character wore in the early seasons, but later embraced Troi's evolving wardrobe as the character's rank and responsibilities grew. She is a well-known supporter of various charitable causes, particularly those related to animal welfare. Terry Farrell played Jadzia Dax. Terry Farrell's portrayal of Jadzia Dax in Star Trek Deep Space Nine blended wisdom and youthful vitality as she portrayed a Trill symbiont with centuries of experience. Farrell skillfully balanced the ancient knowledge of the symbiont with the adventurous spirit of her host, Jadzia. Her performance explored themes of identity and personal growth, with strong relationships, especially with Benjamin Sisko and Worf, making Jadzia a beloved and memorable character in Star Trek. Birth date, November 19th, 1963. Current age. Terry Farrell is currently 60 years old. After stepping away from acting for a period, she has reconnected with the Star Trek fanbase and occasionally appears at conventions, continuing to engage with her dedicated following. Terry Farrell's departure from Star Trek Deep Space Nine at the end of the 6th season was a notable moment for both fans and the show itself. She left due to contract negotiations, leading to the death of her character, Jadzia Dax, in the show's narrative. Her departure and the character's death shocked many fans, marking one of the most emotional moments in the series. Despite this, Farrell remains closely associated with the role of Jadzia and has embraced the Star Trek community in later years. Farrell began her career as a fashion model before transitioning into acting. She appeared in various television series and films during the 1980s, but her breakout role came in 1993 when she was cast as Jadzia Dax in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Farrell's portrayal of the wise yet vibrant Dax quickly made her a fan favourite, and she continued in the role for 6 seasons before departing the show. Born in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Terry Farrell pursued modelling in her late teens before deciding to focus on acting. She studied acting at the prestigious Stella Adler Conservatory in New York before landing her first major acting roles. Farrell has been candid about the difficulties of navigating Hollywood as a young woman, including her decision to step back from acting to focus on her personal life. Farrell has been married twice and has one son from her marriage to actor Brian Baker. In 2018, she married former Star Trek co-star Adam Nimoy, the son of Leonard Nimoy, which brought her even closer to the Star Trek legacy. Terry Farrell's departure from Star Trek Deep Space Nine was the result of contract disputes, and her exit led to one of the most dramatic moments in the show, Jadzia's death. While this moment created some tension between the actress and the studio at the time, Farrell has since reconciled with the Star Trek community, and her decision to leave the show has been openly discussed in interviews. The character of Jadzia Dax was written as a very complex being, with the experiences of 7 previous hosts, making her one of the most unique characters in the Star Trek universe. Farrell's character had an iconic romance with Worf, and their wedding on the show was a major storyline in Deep Space Nine. After stepping away from acting, Farrell became a stay-at-home mom before returning to the public eye by embracing her Star Trek fandom at conventions and fan events. Nichelle Nichols played Nyota Uhura. Nichelle Nichols' portrayal of Nyota Uhura in Star Trek broke racial barriers by showcasing a black woman in a position of power and intelligence. As the USS Enterprise's communications officer, Uhura was a vital professional presence, known for her competence and grace. Her role made history with one of TV's first interracial kisses, symbolizing progress in media representation. Birth date, December 28, 1932. Current age, Nichelle Nichols passed away on July 30th, 2022, at the age of 89. She left behind a legacy not only in entertainment, but also as an advocate for space exploration, and beyond her acting career, Nichols worked with NASA to recruit women and minorities into the space program. Her activism helped pave the way for more inclusive representation in both Hollywood and science. Nichelle Nichols started as a singer and dancer before transitioning into acting. Her early work included musical theatre and performing with Duke Ellington's band. Her role as Uhura in Star Trek became the defining moment of her career, leading to widespread recognition and lasting cultural impact. Nichols was born in Robbins, Illinois, and nurtured a love for performing arts from a young age. Over her lifetime, she remained dedicated to promoting diversity and equality, both on screen and in real life. Despite the challenges of working in a male-dominated industry, she earned the admiration of her peers and became a role model for future generations of performers. Nichelle Nichols had one child, Kyle Johnson, from her first marriage. She kept much of her personal life private, but was known for her warm personality and commitment to philanthropy, especially regarding space exploration and civil rights. While she did not receive major television awards, Nichols was honoured with several Lifetime Achievement Awards and was a trailblazer in breaking racial boundaries on television. Her contributions to the entertainment industry, civil rights, and space advocacy earned her the admiration of many, including Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who encouraged her to remain on Star Trek due to her positive impact on representation. Nichols was planning to leave Star Trek after the first season, but Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. personally convinced her to stay, recognizing the importance of her role as a role model. She became a NASA ambassador and was instrumental in recruiting the first female and minority astronauts, including Sally Ride and Goyan Bluford. Nana Visitor played Kira Nerys. Nana Visitor's portrayal of Kira Nerys in Star Trek Deep Space Nine brought strength and emotional depth to the role of a former freedom fighter turned first officer. Visitor captured Kira's independence, trauma, and sense of justice, making her transition from soldier to leader believable. Her performance tackled complex political and moral dilemmas, with strong chemistry alongside Avery Brooks and Renée Auberjonois, adding emotional complexity to Kira's journey. Birth date, July 26, 1957. Current age. Nana Visitor is currently 67 years old and remains active in the entertainment industry. She continues to engage with fans at conventions and has reprised her role as Kira Nerys in voice acting projects. Visitor's role as Kira Nerys earned her widespread acclaim for breaking the mold of typical female characters in science fiction. She portrayed a strong, independent woman leading her people in the aftermath of occupation and war. Visitor has spoken about the significance of Kira's character in representing women in leadership and resistance movements. Beyond Star Trek, she has also worked in theatre and various television projects, continuing to showcase her versatility as an actress. Nana Visitor began her acting career in theatre and television, taking on guest roles in popular shows during the 1980s. Her breakthrough came in 1993 when she was cast as Major Kira Nerys in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Visitor brought a unique intensity to the role, allowing her character to evolve over the show's 7 seasons. From a soldier fighting for Bajoran independence to a diplomatic leader seeking peace and stability. Born in New York City, Nana Visitor comes from a show business family, with her mother being a ballet instructor and her father a choreographer. Her love for performing arts developed early, and she pursued acting with passion. Over the years, she has spoken about her journey in Hollywood, including the challenges of balancing work and motherhood while leading a major role on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Visitor has been married 3 times and has 2 children. She was previously married to Star Trek co-star Alexander Siddig, Dr. Julian Bashir, with whom she shares a son. Her personal experiences have informed her acting, particularly the strength and perseverance she brought to Kira Nerys' character. Visitor's performance as Kira Nerys earned her several Saturn Award nominations for Best Actress on television. Although she did not receive major industry awards, her portrayal of Kira is widely praised for its complexity and emotional depth. Nana Visitor performed many of her own stunts in Deep Space Nine, reflecting her commitment to bringing authenticity to Kira's physically demanding role. Visitor's real-life pregnancy was written into Deep Space Nine, leading to one of the show's key storylines in which Kira acts as a surrogate mother for Chief O'Brien's child. After Deep Space Nine, she transitioned into theatre work and even starred in the Broadway production of Chicago as Roxy Hart.
Roxanne Dawson played B'Elanna Torres. Roxanne Dawson's portrayal of B'Elanna Torres in Star Trek Voyager, 1995-2001, is celebrated for its depth and intensity. As the half-human, half-Klingon chief engineer, Torres was a complex character who struggled with her dual heritage and inner conflicts. Dawson masterfully brought these elements to life, blending B'Elanna's fiery Klingon temperament with her human vulnerability and intelligence. Her performance highlighted themes of identity, belonging, and resilience, making Torres one of the most compelling characters in the series. Birth date: September 11, 1958. Current age: Roxann Dawson is currently 66 years old and remains active in the entertainment industry, particularly as a director and producer. After her success on Star Trek Voyager, Roxann Dawson transitioned to a prolific career behind the camera, directing numerous television episodes and feature films. Her directorial work spans popular shows like The Americans, House of Cards, and This Is Us. Born in Los Angeles, California, Dawson attended the University of California, Berkeley, where she earned a degree in theater arts. She began her career in theater before transitioning to television and film. Roxann Dawson is married to actor Eric Dawson, and the couple has 2 daughters. She is also an author and co-wrote a series of science fiction novels titled Tenebria Trilogy. Although Dawson did not win major awards for her acting, her directorial work has garnered significant acclaim. Her 2019 film Breakthrough received praise for its emotional storytelling and earned nominations at the GMA Dove Awards and Teen Choice Awards. B'Elanna Torres was one of the first prominent Latina characters in Star Trek, breaking ground for representation in science fiction. Dawson has spoken about the challenges of wearing Klingon prosthetics, but praised the experience for helping her embody the duality of B'Elanna's character. She directed multiple episodes of Star Trek Enterprise, marking her return to the franchise in a different role. Dawson is a devoted advocate for faith-based storytelling, as reflected in her later directorial projects. Persis Khambatta played Lieutenant Ilia. Persis Khambatta portrayed Lieutenant Ilia, the Delta navigator of the USS Enterprise, in Star Trek The Motion Picture, 1979. With her striking presence and unique demeanor, Khambatta brought a sense of mystique and depth to Ilia, a character with heightened emotional awareness and telepathic abilities due to her Deltan heritage. Her performance captured Ilia's duality as both a competent Starfleet officer and a character deeply connected to her emotional and cultural identity, even after being transformed into a vessel for the alien entity Viger. Birth date: October 2, 1948. Passed away August 18, 1998. Age 49. Persis Khambatta tragically passed away in 1998 from a heart attack at the age of 49. Her untimely death marked the end of a remarkable journey as a trailblazer in both Indian and international entertainment industries. Persis Khambatta was a trailblazer as one of the first Indian actresses to achieve international fame in Hollywood. Her role as Lieutenant Ilia in Star Trek showcased her talent and charisma, making her a memorable part of the franchise's cinematic legacy. Born and raised in Mumbai, India, Khambatta began her career as a model and won the Femina Miss India title in 1965. This achievement launched her into international modeling and acting opportunities. Khambatta lived a relatively private life, but was known for her humanitarian efforts, including her advocacy for organ donation and health awareness campaigns. Persis Khambatta was nominated for a Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Star Trek The Motion Picture. She authored a book, Pride of India, celebrating Indian women achievers. Persis Khambatta shaved her head for the role of Lieutenant Ilia, making it one of her most visually striking performances. She initially faced challenges breaking into Hollywood as an Indian actress, but became a symbol of diversity in the industry. Despite appearing in only one Star Trek film, Ilia's character left a lasting impression on fans, partly due to Khambatta's nuanced portrayal. Khambatta was one of the first Indian women to present an Academy Award during the Oscars ceremony in 1980. Jeri Ryan played Seven of Nine. Jeri Ryan's portrayal of Seven of Nine, a former Borg drone in Star Trek Voyager, 1997-2001, is one of the franchise's most celebrated performances. Introduced in the 4th season, Seven brought a mix of complexity, strength, and vulnerability to the series. Ryan's nuanced performance explored Seven's struggle to reclaim her humanity while balancing her Borg past, creating an arc that resonated deeply with fans. Her dynamic relationships with the crew, particularly Captain Janeway, provided some of the show's most compelling moments. Birth date: February 22, 1968. Current age. Jeri Ryan is currently 56 years old and remains active in the entertainment industry, recently reprising her role as Seven of Nine in Star Trek Picard, 2020-2023. Ryan's introduction as Seven of Nine revitalized Star Trek Voyager, bringing new depth to the series. Beyond science fiction, she has excelled in roles across drama and legal procedurals, showcasing her range as an actress. Born in Munich, Germany, to a military family, Ryan grew up across the U.S. and earned a degree in theater arts from Northwestern University. Her early career included guest roles in popular shows before her breakout on Voyager. Jeri Ryan has been married twice and has 2 children. She is also a dedicated advocate for charitable causes, including support for STEM education. Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actress on Television, Star Trek Voyager 2001. Nominated for several awards for her portrayal of Seven of Nine, earning critical acclaim for her contributions to the Star Trek franchise. Ryan's character, Seven of Nine, became an icon of Star Trek, noted for her intricate costumes and layered emotional journey. Her role on Voyager was initially controversial, as her addition was seen as an attempt to boost ratings, but her performance won over fans and critics alike. She returned to the Star Trek universe in Star Trek Picard, offering a mature and evolved take on Seven's character. Outside acting, Ryan is an accomplished chef and co-owned a restaurant, Ortolan, in Los Angeles. Majel Barrett played Nurse Christine Chapel. Majel Barrett's portrayal of Nurse Christine Chapel in Star Trek, the original series, is a testament to her versatility and talent as an actress. Chapel was a compassionate and dedicated nurse aboard the USS Enterprise, often acting as a voice of reason and care amidst the crew's tumultuous adventures. Barrett infused the character with warmth and humanity, creating a persona that resonated with fans. Despite being a supporting role, Chapel's unrequited love for Spock added emotional depth and showcased Barrett's ability to bring subtle nuance to her performance. Birth date: February 23, 1932, passed away. Majel Barrett passed away on December 18, 2008, in Bel Air, Los Angeles from leukemia, at the age of 76. Before her passing, she completed her voice work as the Federation computer in the 2009 Star Trek film, ensuring her legacy lived on. Her ashes were sent into space alongside her husband, Gene Roddenberry, symbolizing their shared passion for exploring the universe. Majel Barrett was a trailblazer in science fiction television. She holds the distinction of being the First Lady of Star Trek, appearing in every iteration of the franchise until her passing. She was also instrumental in supporting and promoting Star Trek alongside her husband, creator Gene Roddenberry. Born in Cleveland, Ohio, Majel Barrett pursued acting at the University of Miami and began her career in theater before transitioning to television and film. Her early career included appearances in westerns and dramas before her pivotal role in Star Trek. Majel Barrett married Gene Roddenberry in 1969 and was a key figure in preserving his legacy. Together, they had one son, Eugene Roddenberry Jr., who has continued his father's work in the Star Trek universe, received a posthumous Saturn Award in 2009 for her contributions to science fiction, honored with the Roddenberry Center at her alma mater, University of Miami, recognizing her impact on the arts and science fiction. Majel Barrett initially played Number 1, the first officer, in the unaired pilot of Star Trek, the original series. Her role was later reimagined, leading to her casting as Nurse Chapel. Her voice became synonymous with Star Trek, as the Federation computer's voice appeared in nearly every series and film. She played a strong and often comedic character, Lwaxana Troi, in Star Trek The Next Generation, further cementing her place as a fan favorite. Beyond Star Trek, Barrett was involved in philanthropic efforts, supporting education and science programs inspired by the ideals of the series. Linda Park played Hoshi Sato. Linda Park portrayed Hoshi Sato, the gifted linguist and communications officer aboard the NX-01 Enterprise in Star Trek Enterprise, 2001-2005. As a language prodigy, Hoshi was essential in decoding alien languages and fostering communication between species, often playing a critical role in the crew's survival. Park brought vulnerability, intelligence, and strength to the character, making Hoshi a relatable figure. Her performance highlighted the challenges of space exploration for someone unaccustomed to danger, offering a unique perspective among the crew. Birth date, July 9, 1978. Current age, Linda Park is currently 46 years old. She remains active in the entertainment industry, expanding her career through acting, producing, and directing. Linda Park gained recognition for her role in Star Trek Enterprise, where she portrayed one of the franchise's first dedicated linguists. After the series, she appeared in a variety of television dramas and films, showcasing her versatility as an actress. Born in Seoul, South Korea, and raised in San Jose, California, Linda Park graduated from Boston University with a degree in fine arts. Her classical training laid the foundation for her success in stage and screen acting. Linda Park is married to actor Daniel Bess, and the couple has one child. She has also been involved in theater projects and spoken about the importance of representation and diversity in Hollywood. Hoshi Sato was one of the first Asian female characters to play a significant role in a Star Trek series, making Park a trailblazer for representation in science fiction. Linda Park is an advocate for theater and continues to participate in live performances, reflecting her passion for the stage. She has spoken about how playing Hoshi Sato allowed her to explore themes of courage, identity, and adaptation, both personally and professionally.
Jeri Ryan played Seven of Nine. Jeri Ryan's portrayal of Seven of Nine in Star Trek, Voyager added complexity and emotional depth to the series. As a former Borg struggling to rediscover her humanity, Ryan captured Seven's internal conflict between logic and emotion. Her nuanced performance and chemistry with the cast, particularly Kate Mulgrew as Captain Janeway, made Seven one of the most memorable and compelling characters in Star Trek history. Birth date, February 22nd, 1968. Current age. Jeri Ryan is currently 56 years old and remains a prominent figure in television. She continues to act in various roles, showcasing her versatility and enduring presence in the entertainment industry. In addition to her Star Trek fame, Ryan is an accomplished actor with roles in various successful TV shows. She returned to the Star Trek franchise in Star Trek Picard, reprising her role as Seven of Nine to much acclaim, showcasing the character's evolution and maturity. Jeri Ryan began her career in the early 1990s with guest roles in various television shows. Her breakout role came in 1997 when she joined Star Trek Voyager as Seven of Nine in its fourth season, significantly boosting the show's popularity. Her character's arc from a cold, detached former drone to a more emotionally complex individual allowed Ryan to display a range of acting skills that gained her critical praise. Ryan was born in Munich, Germany, where her father was stationed as a US Army officer. She later moved to the United States, where she pursued acting after earning a degree in theatre. Ryan has been open about balancing her career with personal life, including her 2 marriages and her role as a mother. Jeri Ryan has 2 children from her marriages. She is known for being a devoted mother and has often spoken about the challenges of managing a busy acting career alongside raising her children. Jeri Ryan gained widespread recognition for her portrayal of Seven of Nine, earning a Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actress on television. Her ability to convey the internal struggles of the character, balancing cold Borg logic with the rediscovery of humanity, left a strong impression on fans and critics alike. She continues to receive praise for her return to the role in Star Trek Picard, where she brings a new level of emotional depth to Seven's journey. Jeri Ryan's personal life became the subject of public attention during her divorce from politician Jack Ryan, which indirectly affected his political career during his 2004 US Senate race. However, Jeri Ryan herself remained largely outside of the controversy, maintaining her focus on acting. Jeri Ryan was initially reluctant to take on the role of Seven of Nine, but it became one of her most famous and beloved roles. Her portrayal of Seven helped Voyager see a significant boost in ratings during her tenure on the show. Ryan is a passionate cook and even owned a restaurant called Ortolan in Los Angeles, reflecting her diverse interests outside of acting.
Alice Eve played Dr. Carol Marcus. Alice Eve portrayed Dr. Carol Marcus in Star Trek Into Darkness, 2013, bringing charm, intelligence, and determination to the role. As a weapons specialist and scientist, Marcus was pivotal to the story, helping the Enterprise crew uncover critical details about Admiral Marcus's covert operations. Eve's performance highlighted Carol's courage, resourcefulness, and commitment to doing what's right, adding depth to the character first introduced in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Birth date: February 6, 1982. Current age: Alice Eve, born February 6, 1982, is 42 years old. She remains active in film and television, known for versatile roles in projects like Star Trek Into Darkness and Belgravia. Off-screen, she keeps a low profile, focusing on her craft and personal pursuits. Alice Eve's role in Star Trek Into Darkness marked her entry into a major franchise. Beyond science fiction, she has gained recognition for her performances in romantic comedies and thrillers, showcasing her range as an actress. Born in London, England, Alice Eve studied acting at the Beverly Hills Playhouse before attending the University of Oxford, where she read English. Her classical training and academic background contributed to her polished acting style. Alice Eve has been open about her experiences balancing a career in Hollywood with personal growth. She was previously married to financier Alex Cowper-Smith, and she actively participates in philanthropic work, including advocating for women's education and the arts. Alice Eve has heterochromia, with one blue eye and one green eye, which she has embraced as part of her unique identity. She prepared extensively for her role as Carol Marcus, working with scientists to understand her character's technical expertise. Her appearance in Star Trek Into Darkness sparked discussions about representation and gender dynamics in the franchise. Eve is multilingual, speaking fluent French and some Spanish, reflecting her diverse education and background. Nichelle Nichols played Nyota Uhura. Nichelle Nichols portrayed Lieutenant Nyota Uhura, the communications officer aboard the USS Enterprise, in Star Trek The Original Series, 1966-1969. Her performance was groundbreaking, showcasing a competent, intelligent, and poised African-American woman in a position of authority during a time of racial tension in the United States. Uhura was a trailblazing role that inspired generations, breaking barriers for representation in television and offering hope for a more inclusive future. Nichols' elegance and professionalism made Uhura an iconic figure in science fiction and beyond. Birth date: December 28, 1932, passed away. Nichelle Nichols passed away on July 30, 2022, aged 89, leaving behind a legacy as a pioneer in entertainment and advocacy. Her work on Star Trek and beyond continues to inspire countless fans and professionals. Nichols was a trailblazer, not just in entertainment, but also in space exploration advocacy. After meeting Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who convinced her to stay on Star Trek, she embraced her role's cultural impact. She later worked with NASA, inspiring women and minorities to pursue careers in space science. Born in Robbins, Illinois, Nichols pursued singing and acting from a young age. Her background in musical theater informed her charismatic performances on screen. Nichelle Nichols was married twice and had one son, Kyle Johnson. Beyond her work in entertainment, she was a lifelong advocate for civil rights and STEM education, especially for underrepresented groups. Nichols received several accolades, including a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films. She was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for her contributions to entertainment. NASA recognized her work in promoting diversity in the space program. Nichelle Nichols was part of one of television's first interracial kisses, alongside William Shatner, in the Star Trek episode Plato's Stepchildren. She actively recruited astronauts for NASA, including Sally Ride, the first American woman in space, and Guion Bluford, the first African-American astronaut. Nichols had a parallel career as a jazz singer, performing with legends like Duke Ellington. Her character's name, Nyota, meaning star in Swahili, became official canon years after the series aired.
Jolene Blalock played T'Pol. Jolene Blalock's portrayal of T'Pol added depth to the character as the first Vulcan science officer serving with humans. T'Pol's journey highlighted themes of loyalty, logic versus emotion, and cultural differences. Blalock effectively conveyed T'Pol's internal struggle between her Vulcan heritage and human influences. Her chemistry with co-stars Scott Bakula and Connor Trenier enhanced the show, and her dedication to the role made T'Pol a memorable and resonant figure in the Star Trek universe. Birth date, March 5th, 1975. Current age, Jolene Blalock is currently 49 years old. Although she has stepped back from acting, her role as T'Pol remains a highlight of her career, and she is celebrated by Star Trek fans for her contribution to the franchise. Beyond Star Trek, Jolene Blalock has also appeared in various science fiction and action roles, establishing her versatility as an actress. Her role as T'Pol remains her most recognised work, and she is appreciated for her dedication to accurately portraying Vulcan traits and values. Jolene Blalock's performance as T'Pol earned her critical praise and a dedicated fan following. Though she primarily worked in television and film during the 2000s, her role in Star Trek Enterprise solidified her place in the science fiction genre. She has been nominated for several Saturn Awards for her portrayal of T'Pol, reflecting her impact on the show and the fandom. Jolene Blalock was born and raised in San Diego, California. She moved to Europe as a teenager to pursue a modelling career before transitioning into acting. She has openly expressed her passion for science fiction, which drew her to the role of T'Pol. Jolene Blalock is married to businessman Michael Rapino, with whom she has 3 children. Known for her privacy, Blalock occasionally shares insights into her family life and the joy she finds in being a mother. Jolene Blalock is a self-proclaimed Star Trek fan, which influenced her audition for the role of T'Pol. She underwent rigorous preparation to accurately portray a Vulcan, learning how to maintain composure and speak in a way that reflects Vulcan logic.